What is up, my people? How are we doing? We are back with another one. Um, and things are starting to get interesting. Things are starting to get a little feisty out there. For those of you that haven't heard, Turkey Alex Sheik is trying to make Terrence, that's what it seems like to me, is trying to make Terrence Crawford the A side of the situation between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford. He is declaring war on Canelo Alvarez, um, and and really on boxing, if you think about it, because this move that he made backing Dana White and the UFC on Cinco de Mayo to beat Canelo Alvarez, and then saying that Canelo Alvarez is going to take what he gives him, and that literally standing next to Crawford while he says all of these things is disrespectful to a man. Now, me personally, if somebody was to disrespect me like that, I would start a war against that person. Um, Meaning, I would make an alliance. If I was Canelo, I would make an alliance with the PBC and with all of the Americans and dismantle Turkey Al Sheikh. It can be done, and Canelo can do that, but he's gonna have to get his hands dirty. He's gonna have to fight some fights that he seems like he may not want. For example, David Benavidez and Terrence Crawford. But what he needs to do, Canelo Alvarez, is take. He should get insulted by this, in my personal opinion. He should take this disrespect as a sign that Turkey Al Sheikh is not on his side, and you do not want to make deals with somebody who is not a neutral player, who is not trying to make the fight as fair as possible. I don't think Turkey Al Sheikh is trying to do that. Why? Because the way he's talking and the way he's coming off is not even pro boxing, to be honest. It's either my way or the highway. That's what he's saying. He's saying either you do things my way and you take the offer that I give you, or I'm just gonna go to the other side, which means UFC. He's literally supporting the UFC against boxing, which is, this should be insulting even to boxing fans. Okay, now I'm not a purist. Okay, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of Canelo Alvarez and from the perspective of hardcore boxing fans. If this doesn't insult you either, um, then you hate Canelo Alvarez just as much as it seems like Turkey Alex Sheikh does. Um, Now it could be that Canelo Alvarez did ask for a lot, but this what Turkey Alex Sheikh did is not a way to negotiate. You try to hit the mark, you try to get close, you try to do that. If Canelo says no, then maybe you do something like this. Now, I don't know if that has happened behind the scenes or not. Look, I want to see the fight too. I want to see Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Okay, but the way it's looking right now, the way things are looking right now, um, I think Canelo Alvarez is better off if he makes the fight against David Benavidez right after the Berlanga fight. Now, I understand why people are mad at Canelo Alvarez for taking the Berlanga fight. It's not a good fight. It's not a good look. But you have to understand that fighters like this that are at this level, they take fights like this a lot. Okay, historically, well, not historically, Floyd Mayweather. We look at Floyd Mayweather. He used to do the same thing, right? He fought Carlos Baldomir. He fought the Ghost Guerrero, and Andre Berto, which nobody asked for any of those fights. Nobody even asked for Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. So all of those, towards the end of his career, all of those fights, nobody wanted those, and nobody wanted those fights. And I think Canelo Alvarez, he's been copying off the Mayweather playbook for a long time now. And now that he's at the end of his career, he's starting to do those same things that Mayweather did towards the end of his career. Okay. But the thing is, Canelo Alvarez, his resume is way better than Terrence Crawford. Why isn't Turkey Al Sheikh taking his side? Why isn't Turkey actually respecting someone that's given so much to the sport as Canelo Alvarez has, and instead doing everything he can um, to support another fighter that doesn't have the resume? And then we go back and because I like to look at patterns. We go back and we look at David Benavidez, and David Benavidez said he wanted to fight with Canelo, and Turkey said no, I'm not. He didn't even try to make the fight. He said no, I'm not gonna do that fight. You go up and fight. We don't know what's gonna happen against Madrimov. On paper, Terence Crawford should beat Madrimov. Okay, he's just a better boxer. Okay, but we don't know what's gonna happen. These things that are happening, they're bad juju. That's all I'm gonna say. And in the past, it has happened. And when you start a war with someone like Canelo Alvarez, your fighter loses. Okay, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but I've seen it in the past before. Right? It's called the Mayweather curse. Okay, so I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen here, but I am hoping and crossing my fingers that it doesn't, because I want to see the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen anymore. This move that Turki Al-Sheikh did, it killed, in my opinion, it killed the fight from happening. Okay, he's being disrespectful, and he's starting a war against Canelo Alvarez and boxing. Because to be honest with you, you start a war against Canelo Alvarez, you start a war against boxing. Okay, and the thing is, Turki Al-Sheikh knows the power of Canelo Alvarez. Okay, and he knows that he has pull. What Canelo Alvarez did, the move that he made by challenging Berlanga, is not appealing to us, to the boxing connoisseurs. Why? Because we don't want to see that fight. We want to see either him fight. We want to see Canelo Alvarez either fight Terence Crawford or Benavidez. But the thing is, Canelo Alvarez knows that one of the two biggest watchers of boxing are Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. And not only that, but the rivalry between them is old. It's the oldest rivalry in boxing. Now, of course, you could say, oh, but Mexicans have rivalries with everybody. The Filipinos have rivalries with them. The Japanese have rivalries with Mexicans. The African Americans have rivalries with Mexicans. And it seems like now even the Arabs seem to have a rivalry with Mexicans. The Saudis. So, it just reminded me of Nassim Hamed, but that's something else. He's British. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, for us, for the connoisseur, this doesn't really mean much. It means a lot for the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, but not for us. But Canelo knows that. And he's betraying the hardcores to make money off of the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans. And the fact is that's a bigger population than the connoisseurs. The connoisseurs are few. Very few people. The casual Mexican boxing fan and the casual Puerto Rican boxing fan are the majority, especially on this side of the globe. So the move that Canelo made is a smart move, but it's also an insulting move to the boxing connoisseurs, right? And that's why. What do you think Turki Al-Sheikh is? Turki Al-Sheikh is a boxing connoisseur with money, right? So this angered him just like it angered us. The only difference is that he has money. Okay, he has money and he can make moves with it. Now, the thing is, he is being very disrespectful, and he's not just affecting Canelo Alvarez, but now he's trying to affect boxing itself by going over to the UFC and trying to support that over there. So let me know what you guys think, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.